All right. Okay. I think we should be live right now. Yeah, I think we're live right now. Let's freaking go, guys. Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday. It feels like a Monday today. Just for some weird reason. I think maybe because of the, if you're in Zambia, we had a holiday, like the 4 days something. It does feel like a Monday today. For some weird reason, it feels like it. I never get to feel my days move by like that, but I feel it like now. Yeah, let's go, guys. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Just drop a 1 or something in the chat. Just confirm that you guys can hear me, and if it's loud and clear, and also if you can see my screen. I think I have a gold chart on a 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, on a 15 minutes time frame. Let me see. Is it showing? Yes, it is showing. It is showing right there. Beautiful. Yes, guys, like and share the stream. Let me check if TikTok is also showing. Like and share the stream. I know it's been a few days since I was here, but I am back consistently live every single day. Great conversations, great trades, great everything, as you guys already know. All right, just like and share the stream as we get started. I'm gonna share some trades with you guys, and yeah, London starts in like 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes. All right, let me see if okay, there we go. London starts. This is currently pre-London, which is also post-Asian session. All right, pre-London and post-Asian session. All right, yeah, so let's go. Share and like the stream. Hope you guys are good. I hope everybody's good. Hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. Yeah, if you were in Zambia, like I say, guys, we had a freaking long holiday. It was like a nice holiday. Very nice. And I went missing in action for a bit. Just enjoy my time, relaxing with the people I love. And yeah, it's very good for you, actually. Not every day is a trading day. Not every week is, you need to be very active like that. Take some time away, take a break. Do some stuff away from the charts and, go reset. I recommend that. Even if, you don't have to do the most explosive stuff. You can just, go, do something. Go somewhere, do something. And yeah, there's more to life than just sitting here and just trading. It's the reason why we do it, actually, right? Right. We sit here, make the money, we go spend it out there. Okay. So yeah, so now we're back to make more money so we can go out there and spend it some more. All right. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go. Like and share the stream. Our Messi is back to save the game. Yes. Your Messi is here now. Okay. I am your Messi. I'm back here. Okay. Let's like the stream, guys. Let's go. I'm looking at gold now. London just started. We are 38 seconds into London right now. Price opened at the high of Asian, all right, which is a very critical resistance level. I'm hoping to see if price can hold around here for potential sells, right? So my perspective is if price was to break this level, I'm gonna put like a price tag, right? Let's look for it. Yeah, if price was to break 41.20, okay, 41.20. If price was to break 41.20, I think we could look for sells. All right, that's what I think. But again, trading is a game of probabilities, right? So we're gonna figure out exactly what happens here. But if price breaks, I posted a chart in the Telegram channel just a few minutes, I think an hour thing. Yeah, a few minutes ago. I posted a chart. I was saying price is around a critical area of interest, which is this one here. All right, it could break it. All right, it could break it. It could go up, break this level, maybe come back for retest and then push up. All right, that also could be a scenario. All right, or it could do something like this. All right, or it could do something like, it comes down here, breaks this level, retests the same level, then shoot down. All right, so two things could happen, guys. I'm not really I'm not biased towards one side as yet, because I feel like price still has a lot to prove if you look at it on the hard time frame especially. All right, so for now we just wait. We could see a break below 41.20 or a break above 41.35. All right, so we could see any of that. I think it also comes down to how candles close as price moves, right? So let's see what happens. How many currencies are we looking at? As many as we can. My focus is normally around like 2 assets when I come on the streams. Maybe I'll look at like gold mostly, and then maybe I'll look at Nasdaq and maybe like BTC or something, right? So meantime, I'm looking at gold. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. We missed you. I'm here. I've been around, man. Just not actively trading as such, but now I'm back actively trading. It's very important to take some breaks. Very, very important. It could be a 1-day break, 2-day, 3-day. Just take a break. You know, do something with your life away from the charts and all that. You get to reset better, and then you come back, you know, more clear. All right. I think it helps quite a lot. I'm bullish in this scenario. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens. It comes down to how candles print actually. So, you know what could be happening here? Could be a situation like, you know, price goes here, we tested a level once, comes down, we test the level twice, and maybe this is what's happening. All right, price retesting a level twice. And you know, when price does something like this, right? We all know that the strength of any level is based on how often price retested it. All right, just in case you didn't know, the strength of any level is based on how often or how many times did price come back at the same level and failed to break that same level. All right, so in this case, this is the level we're looking at. Price came here, it found support, it moved up, came down, broke the level, coming back at the level, trying to resist. All right, it's trying to resist inside here. That's a clean price action. Whoa, what did I do? Look at it. It's trying to resist inside here. It's trying to resist. So let's see what happens anyway. Have you taken any trade this week? Yes, I took one trade yesterday. Man, I lost like 85 points. Yeah. So I've taken one trade and I have one loss this week so far. Yeah. So let's see what happens on this one. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Let's like and share, guys. Let's like and share. Did I share this here? No. Holding sells from 29,430. What pays that? Please look at your stack. Okay, you're looking at your stack. I'll look at it in a bit. Just give me a few minutes. All right, I'll look at other assets. Yeah, gold is pressing down. Let's see if we can break 41.20 with a reasonable sized candle closing downside there. That'll be interesting to see. If we can get something like you see, let's say this is a candle, then it closes like that. That'll be interesting to see. That'll be quite interesting to see. Maybe I'll look for sells below here, below 41.20. Maybe I'll look for sells below there. Yeah, because also one thing that you guys should take note is we have a fib level that's holding the price here. It's 61.8. Yeah, it's right here, and that's where price is at. All right. So if price closes below 41.20, it's closing below 50 and also closing below 61.8, which means that this area would have acted as a very strong retracement level. All right. So yeah, which obviously you could say is a resistance level as well. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. What's the best trading session for gold? You can trade gold all around, to be honest. But if you're asking me what is the best trading session based off volume, I would say London and New York. Yeah, London first and then New York. But again, we've been seeing gold also moving in Asian, But look at yesterday, New York. New York yesterday, price fell during New York over, how many points is this? Over 800 points, New York only yesterday. Yeah, 800 points. Why are you wearing a cap? I say that in Telegram actually before coming here. I knew it. That somebody's gonna ask me why am I wearing a cap. I say that actually in my video on Telegram. It's like I knew somebody's gonna ask this. Yeah, I know it's crazy wearing a cap if you're sitting in a room in the house. Basically, if you're indoors, it's just not something that I would do on a regular basis. But hey, my hair is a mess, and I can't stand being on a stream with my messy hair. So I just thought, let me close it up and then you can see me for who I am. Okay. All right. So yeah, the reason actually. So don't come for me for that. It's really nothing. It's just a cap. You know what this cap actually says? Do you know what it says? Do you know what it says? I know you can't read what it says here, but I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, trust your instincts. That's why I bought it actually. I saw it say, trust your instincts. Then I said, I want this cap. Give it to me. Okay. It says, trust your instincts. I do that actually every time I'm behind the charts. Because then if I have a bias, I'm like, okay, it's going to sell. That's my first instinct, right? If I get on the charts, my first instinct always is the right thing. And I have to stick to that mostly. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Cool. But most of the time I realize it's times when I switch a bias, all right? Like if I started off the day with a bias of, I think this is a selling market. As the day unfolds, I switch the bias. It kind of would, be in a position where like, if I switch it, markets would maybe sometimes buy briefly and then they end up selling mostly, and, it hurts to see that because, you come back and be like, oh, wow. My first instincts were this was supposed to be a selling market. I think you guys experienced this too, right? Yeah, like you start off the day and you're like, I think it's gonna sell. I think I analyze this asset. I think it's gonna sell. And then later on, as the day unfolds, candles are printing a certain way. And then later on, you end up changing or twisting the bias. All right. And unfortunately, when you do that, sometimes price doesn't really go according to the bias that you switched to, right? Price will just literally just go with the same bias that you had in the first place. So yeah, so always trust your instincts. All right. Trust your first instincts, basically. Lesson of the day, trust your instincts. What indicator do you use for sessions? It's called New York Happy Hour. Go check it out. I've just joined. What are we trading? This is gold, man. This is gold. Those asking didn't get the VN in Telegram channel. Oh yeah, they didn't get it. It's not a VN actually, it's a video. What's your bias on gold right now? My bias right now is it's bearish, but it's also subjective. Subjective. Based on how candles are closed here, then we can we can make a decision. Probably we can make a decision. Yeah, two things can happen. I told you guys, two things can happen. So we'll see. Like and share, guys. Let's go. Let's like and share. Normally we drop views and all this if I'm not live for some days. But let's like and share. We can get back those views. Let's like and share so we can notify everybody that we're back on the stream. Click the screen as many times as you can. Help me boost the stream. I think TikTok likes it when you do that. I can't boost my own stream if I click what's this thing, the screen, right? I think it's not something I can do. Let me see. If I was going to be clicking the screen as many times as I could. I think it's the same thing with YouTube. Oh yeah, I can actually. Look, I can boost my, oh no, it's changing. Okay, there we go. I can. If you're on TikTok, guys, do this. Just do that. Yeah, do that stuff. It's fun. Okay, it's something fun to do. Let's go. Let's boost the stream. Share the stream as well if you can. Why can't I see the... Let's see. Why can't I see the charts on TikTok? I just realized I can't see the chart. Let's see. Yeah, but we're live on TikTok actually. What is causing this? Channels, charts. Nasdaq might melt today, but everything is subjective. 100%, man, 100%. Great weekend it was. Lots of tickets dropped along. Okay, I know you're a baiting guru if you say that. Yeah, I tried baiting at some point. It didn't work for me. No, I don't think it's like there's a strategy involved, but I think some people really are just good analysts at it, and then they could, make good focus and whatever. Yeah, every time I tried, I got it wrong. My brother, Victor, he's very good at it. Not extremely, but I see him doing it quite well some days. My God can predict the comments too. Wow, bro. Has anything happened to the hairline? No, it's not the hairline. It's just the hair. The hair is a bit messy. Yeah, it's a bit messy. It's a bit messy. Let's share the stream, guys. Let's go. Let's freaking share the stream. We're waiting for a very good setup. All right. You spend 90% of the time waiting. And maybe like, no, not 90%. Let's say you spend, what? Let's say you spend 60% waiting, maybe 40% trading. And if you stick around, I've got a very important lesson for you guys on today's stream. Very important lesson. It's around risk management. All right. It's well thought. It's what I do. I'm going to talk about it very soon. If you stick around, I'll share it with you very soon. Just give me a few minutes. I'm going to share the lesson. All right. So you guys can learn something from me. All right. That's why I come here. Actually, I don't just come here to rant. I come here so you can pick one or two things from what we do. All right. I was watching a video and some guy said something. Let me see if I can find the video. What's this guy's name though? Whoa. Am I going to remember this guy's name? I was watching a certain video, it's a clip or something. There's a guy, he said something. I would have loved you guys to hear this. Let me see if I can find it. Well, what he says sounds a little bit sarcastic, but there's a lesson in it too. Like there's some, if you look at his words for what they are, you realize there's something this guy is trying to say. Okay, I can't find his user. I forgot who he is. You know, when you were scrolling through, you know, what's this, Instagram, and then, you know, you see a video, you don't save it, it just, you know, goes off the way. Yeah, but he said something, and he said, if you, I think if I get it right, he said, if you can't make $1 million, it could be dollars, it could be kwacha, I don't know, whatever currency in your country, of course, except Naira, because I know $1 million Naira is, it's not $1 million after all, right? Don't come for me, guys, don't come for me. No, but I know for a fact, like $1 million Naira, is it Naira? It's not. You can't say it's $1 million after all. Because let me see, I think, let's see, Nigerian Naira is $1 million Naira to kwacha. Let's see that. It's only 13,000 kwacha. Look, it's only 13,000 kwacha, which is only $700. Yeah, but again, if you do vice versa, right? And you say $1 million kwacha. Look at this. $1 million kwacha is roughly at least around 54,000. All right. It's at least 50. You also can't say $1 million, what? Malawian kwacha. I'm not coming for anybody. I'm just, yeah, look at this. $1 million Malawian kwacha is only $500. Only $500. So you can't say if you have $1 million Naira or $1 million Malawian kwacha that you're a millionaire. Can you say that? Nah, you can't say that. I think you can't say this. Nah, you can't say that. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe you can say, because maybe it's $1 million. $1 million is $1 million. Maybe if we put it that way, maybe $1 million is really $1 million. All right. But anyway, the guy said something. He said, if you don't make $1 million in 365 days, you're just lazy. Bro, I don't mind how sarcastic you think that is. I don't mind how rude or how unthoughtful you think that is. But I think that's a reality, to be honest. If you haven't made, okay, let's also say if you haven't made, if you don't make $1 million by the end of this year, I think you're just lazy, to be honest. Yeah, you're just lazy. Like there's a lot of platforms, there's a lot of ways to get to that end result. All right, to get to that end result. Well, I get why he says it, because if you're a Nigerian, at least make $500, all right? if you are a Malawian person, at least make $500 too, right? Then you're a millionaire. Yeah, but if you're a Zambian guy or a Zambian lady, at least make $50,000. Well, I have made already $50,000 this year. That means at least I've clocked $1 million 7 months into the year. So if you haven't, you still can, because you still have like a couple months to go. All right. So pick the lesson. Maybe let that challenge you as you do your thing, right? As you're trading, as you do whatever you're doing. Try and strive for $1 million. Yeah. Maybe strive for $1 million Malawian kwacha. Or maybe strive to make $1 million Nigerian Naira. Yeah. Including Kenyan currency. Yeah, that currency is... yeah. Anyway, guys, let's look at the chart here. If you look at this here, it looks like price is breaking, right? Yeah, it looks like it's breaking the high of Asian, which could be changing the whole scenario, right? Look at this. It looks like we're breaking the high of Asian. I want to see if, let's see if we have volume though. Let's see. No, I'm not fighting anybody from Nigeria. Okay. Just enjoy the drama and have fun. You're not a millionaire after all. Are you really a millionaire? Bro, do you know that that's only $500 that you have? Okay, cool stuff. Let's focus on trading here, man. Let's focus on trading. Yeah, we look like we could get volume around this area here. Yeah, hopefully we do get it anyway. I'm not rushing for an entry today. I'm just chilled and waiting because I know that if price was to break here, it goes all the way to this level here. Yeah, just, enjoy the humor, man. Don't take everything serious. I make posts on my Facebook and some people come for me like, oh, you don't have brains. No, why would you say that Messi is the God? Why would you say, bro, that guy proved it. That guy showed the whole world. If you say he's not, show me facts that he's not. Show me facts that somebody else is. Everything is statistic based. Like, results don't lie. Yeah, you can say you make $50,000 a year, but if your lifestyle does not correlate, bro, you're lying to yourself. You're not lying to us. You're actually lying to yourself. You can say you make $1,000 every month, but if what you do, the way you move doesn't correlate with that, who are you lying to? You're lying to yourself, actually. It's the same thing. You can't say that this other guy is the God when statistics don't favor him. Let's accept that. And people will come for me in the comments and they say a lot of silly stuff. Man, just enjoy it. Social media, it's nothing too personal. Guys, there's an area of interest here. If you look upside, area of interest here. If price breaks here, there's clean traffic on the left side. It could go, if it breaks here, clean traffic will go up here. If it doesn't do that, clean traffic below here to somewhere down here. All right, we're waiting for any of the two things to happen. All right, then I have a lesson for you guys very soon. I'm going to check out what other assets should I check out. You guys let me know in the chat. What other assets should I check out? That's a well thought saying. It's true. Yes. If you guys don't make $1 million by the end of this year, you are just lazy. Trust me, you are just lazy. I personally have made from one of my businesses, I've made $1 million already, half of this year. Yeah, I have made $1 million at least from one of my businesses. If you guys don't do that too by end of this year, well, it could be $1 million rands, it could be $1 million naira, it could be $1 million Kenyan shillings. Okay, we talk about, okay, yeah, let's forget. Let's forget. Do you give signals? Yeah, I do actually, every single day. I do. If you want to join that, there's a link down below in the description. So if I get a trade right here, I'll send it to my platforms too. Although yesterday, let me show you. Yesterday we didn't get it right. And there are times we don't get it right, actually. There are times we don't get it right. This was yesterday's trade. This one. You see it? This one here. We got closed out. Although price ended up selling thereafter, but we got closed out. Yeah, we don't get it right sometimes. NFP, we won, but some people got stopped out because then we had a stop that got triggered. It was like a stop hand. And then later on, price ended up buying. So it is what it is, right? And then I think so far July, I've been getting smoked. Yeah, I've been getting smoked. Not that I haven't made money. I made money from NFP, yes. I made money from yeah. This trade we're up like 100 points, and then I think whatever happened. And this one yesterday we got stopped out. I think I've only taken 3 trades this month so far. Yeah, if I take this one today, it's gonna be the 4th trade. Yeah, but I think last month we had a beautiful run. Yeah, look at this. I share all my trades inside here. You guys can join. I say join the free Telegram channel, link in the bio. So join, link in the description, link in the bio, same thing. All right, yeah. But anyway, it's just day 8. All right, day 8 into a new month, so we have enough time. So let's see what price and the markets have in store for us. Let me know in the chat, guys, what you want me to look at from here. All right. Doesn't it get draining being live for a long time? No, it doesn't get draining because you guys keep it very, very interesting. When you like and share and you comment, it makes it very interesting. If you still more than 20 friends after, if you still have more than 20 friends after 25, you're not serious. Quality over quantity, bro. I felt that. This guy knows what he's talking about. Some guy said that in the chat. I felt that. I need some advice on how to stay profitable. I always start good, but somehow lose it on the way. There's two things. You either have not mastered discipline in trading, which throws you off, right? Maybe you trade too much, right? Look, I told you I've only taken 3 trades this month. This is day 8. How many trades have you taken? Because it's not about how many trades you take. It's about the quality of the trades that you take. All right. So how many trades have you taken? Do you overtrade? Have you taken more than 50 trades already? Just 8 days into the month? If you have, bro, there's something you're doing wrong. You can't master your emotions doing it that way. You can't really master you can't master your psychology doing it that way. All right. The second thing could be risk management, which is something I want to talk about today. All right. I want to show you guys how you can go about risk management in 4 different ways. Yes, in 4 different ways. So stick around. I'll talk about that in a bit. But let's look at a different asset for now, right? Let's go. We're waiting for gold here. This current candle, let's look at the 5 minutes, because sometimes I go 5, I go 15, I go down to 5 to just see the build up. All right. That's what I do basically. What's your favorite time frame, guys? What is your favorite time frame? Personally, right now, in this moment, my favorite time frame has been the 15 minutes time frame. That's been my favorite time frame. What is your favorite time frame? So what I do is I use the 15 side to side with the 5 minutes time frame. So I look at the build up on the 5 minutes, and then I use the 15 for the analysis. Well, I could look at 4 hour, like if I go on 4 hour time frame, like let's say if I'm here, what I'm looking at here is just like my main areas of interest. All right. So kind of like if I am here, you see where I have this level, right? There should be a line right there because candles come here and then they push up, right? And then right where I have this is a very strong area of interest because of this. All right. So yeah, I would look at 4 hour. I would look at daily. I would not go above daily. Most cases I wouldn't. But my favorite time frame to stay glued to the charts, get the trades right, is mostly the 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes has been a great time frame for me. Yeah. Although I've switched, sometimes I use 30, but lately I've stuck around 15 for quite some time. And I would use 5 to see the build up. So the build up on 5 is basically how candles are closing. Yeah, this one's about to close very soon. It looks like we might be getting a buy based off that. So if this one closes, the next one closes, we could get a whole 50 minutes candle closing too. All right, which could be good signs, right? Because now we have like a range on a 5 minutes. The price is breaking off, and then maybe we could push up. All right. It's very important that you correlate your time frames. It's extremely very important. All right. Don't ever rely on one time frame. All right. It's very important that you correlate. Guys, let's go. Let's hit maybe 10K likes on TikTok, or maybe 20K or something. Let's stop the screen. Let's go, guys. Today will be my second trade this month. Nice. That's absolute discipline. Yeah, it's not about how often you trade. There's no fun in you taking 100 trades in a month. It's actually more stressful. It's very stressful. It's stressful to always get it right. It's not something you can easily do. It's not something you can't always easily get it right. And if you understand that, you might as well want to limit how often you're trading. All right. Maybe you want to trade let's say 3 times in a week. For me, maximum is 5 times in a week. 5 to 10. Let me say 5 to 10 because I say I take 1 to 2 trades every single day. Not only I say, because that's what I do. I take 1 to 2 trades every single day. If I get it wrong the first time, I might give it a second chance on a different trade maybe. If I get it wrong the second time, I close the day. I don't go back on the charts and trying to fight the markets and I want to get back what I lost and stuff. No, I close it off. I come back the next day. All right. So you find out that if I'm taking 2 trades a day, on average, I'll have approximately, let's say 10 trades at the end of the week. All right. So if I have 10 trades by the end of the week, I want to win at least overall 7 or 8, not all 10. Well, sometimes it happens that I win all 10. It's rare, to be honest. I can't say it always happens. Maybe out of 4 weeks, I can do it maybe once or twice. All right. Maybe the other 2 weeks, which means we have 4 weeks in a month, other 2 weeks, maybe I'll not get it all right. All right. Which is very normal for trading because it's a game of probabilities, right? How often you win is what matters the most long term. It's not like one huge jackpot then, sets you apart. No. Right. So yeah, as soon as you start doing that, maybe you can become a better trader. But anyway, let's look at this candle in the 5 minutes is coming back. All right, so we don't have a breakout yet. All right, so if you're watching what I'm showing you here, guys, you realize that we don't have a breakout here yet. All right, no breakout here. And that's how sometimes you can avoid fake outs. You just go down on a lower time frame, see how consistent candles are in closing outside a certain area. All right, because if you look at this on a 15, you might say, well, we have a breakout now. No, we don't have it. We don't have it. So we're still waiting here, right? But let's look at maybe like a BTC, right? Yeah, let's look at BTC. We missed you on the stream. Yeah, I missed you guys as well. I enjoy coming here and doing what I do best. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at maybe like the daily time frame first. Let's do like a top-down analysis, right? Yeah, let's do like a top-down analysis, which is something that a lot of us do quite often. But the only problem we make, right? Most of you guys, what the biggest problem you make is you scroll out of your charts like that on a daily time frame. Yet your account size cannot even hold a trade for more than 2 hours. So if you do this on a daily time frame, you have nothing to do with this information here. You have nothing to do with what happened here, because that's like way past data, like it's old data. All right. What you want to figure out is exactly what's happening just here, right? Only here. How can I join your VIP? There's a link in the description, guys. If you also want to join, I think they should be like, okay, it's not showing here, but they should be like, let's see. There should be like a WhatsApp contact. Yeah, there's a WhatsApp contact right here. So you can send me a WhatsApp message right away and then you can join. Although we've made it very easy, right? So if you're on YouTube, check the links in the description. There's a link that directs you to my bot assistant, right? So you just easily interact with that and then you quickly get inside the VIP without any manual approval. All right. Yeah, so you can just use that actually. Basically, you don't need to send me a WhatsApp. If you want, yeah, you could. My admins will look at that. Probably I'll text you back as well. But you could just easily click the links in the description. All right. So that you can join this channel here, this one here. All right, so it makes it very easy. Makes it very easy. Yeah, so hope you got that. Anyway, hope you got that. Yes. Anyway, daily time frame here, we have a very strong resistance level that's being formed here. We have a weak fill situation here too. Weak fill situation means the wick on the left side is getting filled, which could also mean that we have a massive bearish continuation that could come out of this. All right, so if I put this here as to where the wick is getting filled, this could be, let's say, area of interest as well. And then obviously we know that this level 2 down here is a very strong support level, correct? Right? Yeah, so these are the only levels of your interest on the daily time frame. So this candle broke the low and the close of the recent candle, which is happening right here. It did create a high already. Every time a candle creates a high, okay, look at this, guys. If you didn't know this, every time a candle creates a high and then it's already bearish, there's a high chance 90% of the time it might not go back to retest this high or to close this high off. It might not go back. There's a high chance that this candle might just continue going downside, or it might slow down here and close off there, basically, depending on the volume that we see. All right. But there's a high chance that if a candle has already created a high or a low, it might not necessarily go back to that, you know, it might not go back to its high or its low. Yeah, basically this is what happens mostly if you just pay attention to the candles. You realize that this is normally the case, right? So in this case, we have a high already on this candle. Price might not see the need to go back there. If it does, well, maybe news happens. Yeah, maybe news happens. Yeah, if maybe news was to happen, then we could say that that could happen. Maybe if news happens. What's your view on gold? I looked at it actually. I'm just waiting to see if we get a confirmation there. Where have you been? I've been here. I've been here. Do you ever think Nas100 will go back to moving opposite direction with gold unlike this now? No. Nasdaq gold have no correlation, to be honest. There's no correlation there. So don't even try to derive any. There's nothing. I was analyzing yesterday on higher time frames and I'm seeing a long-term sell on BTC and gold. I would understand why you would be seeing a long-term sell on BTC because it's really been selling. Fine. Okay. And then also I'd understand that if you do this parallel channel here, Or maybe you do something like this, and then maybe you could stretch this out to something like that. All right. So I'd understand why you'd be thinking this would be going for long-term sell. I genuinely would understand based off this price action, right? Now, for you to get a trade, you want to go down to the lower time frames, right? Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. Nothing's guaranteed, man. On these charts, nothing is guaranteed. You just trade based off probabilities. How does a VIP work? VIP works in such a way that if you have an Exness account, any of you guys that has an Exness account can easily join and, you know, get all my trades, right? It's free. You don't pay anything. You can just easily join, and every time I take a trade, I share it in here. Okay. If it's a buy, you get it. If it's a sell, yeah, if it's a buy, you get it. If it's a sell, you get it. Yeah, man, I get a lot of these messages from baiting companies. I don't know if you guys get that too. Is it because it's a season for like this whole World Cup? I get a lot of them. I don't even know how to unsubscribe from this. This is a bet, I don't know, bet whatever is sending me all these crazy. Look at this. All these crazy messages every single time. You know, I wish there's a way you can unsubscribe to this, because I never subscribed to any of this. I never did. And they send like links where they say deposit now and win more. Bro, if I deposit, it's not like I win right there and then. I think if I deposit, maybe it comes down to my predictions, right? I don't even know what company this is. They should get sued for doing this, because I didn't subscribe to any of this. I didn't interact with their platform for them to send me any of this. I don't know what deal they have with these providers, network providers, that allows them to send us messages like this. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, simple price action, guys. Very simple price action. This level is basically, okay, this level can be pushed to here. All right. And then we can keep our eyes. This level already price has gone off, right? So we can keep our eyes at this level here, okay? While maintaining this resistance here too, right? So keep our eyes on this level. And the only confirmation based off the 4-hour to confirm the trend would happen if this candle closes bearish. All right, it does look like price is pushing downside. So maybe what you want to do is wait for any 4-hour candle to close bearish, fill up this wick. Okay, as price is filling up this wick, you would have taken sales somewhere here, because price is going to fill up this wick. All right, so yeah, I do think that this is what could happen anyway. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think, but I do think that this is what could happen. Yeah, there's a wick fill that we're getting into here. Yeah, they're paid adverts, but I didn't subscribe for any of that. I thought, like, if you have a private number, you know, you have limitations as to what kind of stuff you should get. Why are they using our numbers to run ads too? Like, why are they sending all these? I don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't think that's something that they should do. Can I start with $100? Yeah, you could. How much should I deposit in your Exness? Yes, not in your pro firm or whatever. No. If you have an Exness account, you could join my VIP. You don't need to subscribe. But why? Why though? We don't need these messages. How often do you trade? I trade twice a day. I trade like twice a day. Guys, like and share the stream. Let's go. 200 points in profit on BTC sales, targeting the 50% fib level week fill. Okay, cool stuff. I'll see what you're doing. But let's go down to the 50 minutes time frame. Oh man, sorry guys, I pushed something off my screen here. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, cool stuff. All right, if you look at the 50 minutes time frame, if you look at this kind of price action here, it would take, if you need to sell, it would take you to wait for either a pullback or price breaking this psychology level that we have. All right, but I think a pullback would be better if price was to pull back. All right, if you were to stretch, let's say, fib across Asian high and Asian low, if price pulls back to inside here, these ideas I'm giving you guys, some of them don't play out now, some of them play out later on when we're off the stream. But if price pulls back into here, it could push further to the downside. All right, or another probability could be that, all right, while we're inside here, since price is breaking Asian sessions low, if it persists doing that, maybe around here, you could sell down to this level down here. All right, so let's see anyway. But that's a bigger picture here. We're just gonna wait. I'll put an alert somewhere here because that's decent enough below that level. If price breaks this, I get notified. If price doesn't break that, I'll put another alert somewhere here. All right, these alerts are very important. So sometimes you're not on the charts, maybe you're doing something else, and you just get notified. So if price goes to hit this level here, I'll be notified that, hey, you know what, we got into this area and there's a high chance that price could maybe be in my area of interest, which I think this would be better. If you didn't sell anywhere up here or up here, selling here is more of a risk because price is already lower, right? The rule is very simple. Sell higher, buy lower, right? So if you sell when price is lower, price can go higher, all right? So if you want to sell, I think this could be, yes, a continuation setup for price to continue to here, but it's much more of a high risk trade setup, all right? Unlike if price goes here and then you start looking for sales here, it's much more less risky here than it is somewhere here. Everything is risky though, but I'm just trying to weigh probabilities of risk. But hey, I'm gonna wait and see if price can come here for it to start pushing down to this level, all right? Take note of this, guys. It might not play out now. It might play out later on as the day unfolds, as time unfolds as well, all right? And that's what happens normally. We come live here, we discuss trades. If you don't get them right here, we always get them at least as price moves, right? So that's BTC, all right? And then we're still battling gold here. Gold is still in this little range. So if you look at the 5 minutes now, notice this, it's back in this range, right? So this blue channel I put up here is like a range. I could stretch the highs to here now, but this is like a range. So price is still ranging. We're waiting to see if it can break this range, right? Yes, if it breaks the range upside, we push up. Okay, if it breaks the range downside, we push down. I think basically simple price action there too. But let's wait. Now I have a lesson for you guys, very important lesson. Let me share with you now what website are you using for analysis. This is TradingView. When you draw Fibonacci, will you select the value key retracement level below the wick? Yes, below the wick or above the wick. Network providers sell our information. I do think so too, because they have no right, unless they do, to really, allow third-party companies to, advertise or run ads to our private numbers, right? Maybe if there was any other different context besides if you have a private number, because this is risky, man. Like I don't know if I could trust this whatever company that they're running ads. Yeah, so it's whatever here anyway. It's just whatever. Kind of annoying, to be honest. Kind of very annoying. Guys, we're not sharing the stream. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm live again tomorrow. Most likely live again in New York Station. All right. So I'm back full-time trading with you guys. And there's something that I've been working on for the past 6-7 months now that I'm about to launch very, very soon. If you've noticed, I don't have any educational platform going on now. We had a strategy course, which I can't really confirm that we fully come to an end with that yet. But we kind of like paused a little bit because of what we've been working on. But I'll let you guys know very soon on what I've been trying to put together, so that in case you always wanted to learn, I know I have a free course which you could access, but I know I have paid courses too which you could access. But I've been working on a much better platform as well, that I wanted everything to just like be in sync with certain things, right? So you guys will get notified very soon. Yeah. Yeah, I want to share a lesson with you guys around risk, right? While we're waiting for all this chaos on gold, right? But you guys need to like the stream and share it right now. If you can. Just do that. If you can. Let me see. Do I have a whiteboard here? Let me share my whiteboard. Yeah, on my streams we trade, we share concepts, we have conversations. So it's different maybe from other streams that you guys join. My kind of streams is very different, to be honest. So I hope you guys enjoy it either way. I try to just be, all over the place. But of course, everything that I know provides some kind of value to the community, right? Yeah, there's jokes, yes, but there's a lot of value that I want to always share when we are here. Yeah, I think there's a whiteboard here. Can you guys see my whiteboard though? Yeah. Let me put up something. I have a whiteboard here. You guys can see my whiteboard, right? It's just a whiteboard. Let's say risk management. And let's drag this to the center of the page. Center of the page should be maybe something like this. Guys, this is normally a lot of traders' weakness. All right. This is most traders' weakness. All right. If you've ever struggled at profitability, this sometimes, not really sometimes, this most times plays a huge role, right? It plays a huge role, right? Because in most cases, if you can't abide to the right risk system, right? Because there's a couple ways you can go about it, right? If you can't abide the right system, there's a high chance that you might not stay in the game long enough, right? So if you've ever wondered why some traders can still hold on to an account, I gave you guys a challenge last month, earlier of the month. I said, look, if you can deposit $100 and then see that account, you're still having it by the end of June, from the 1st of June, be it you made money or you lost money. But if you can still have that account, well, it means you've mastered some kind of risk management, to be honest with you, because a lot of people can't really see their account sustained until a certain period ends. Like some of you guys can't even see an account until the end of the week, right? But let me show you guys. There's 4 different styles that I normally look at personally, all right? And the first style, I'm going to put it here. No, I'm going to put it somewhere here, right? The first style, I'm going to put it here. Okay, one of the first ways in which I go about risk is very simple. I just don't trade. Okay, this is one of my risk approaches too. No trading is also trading, all right? And I'll explain why I say this, okay? I just don't trade. I have no trade at all. And the reason is very simple. That sometimes there's no opportunities on the markets and you don't need to be trading. It's also part of your risk strategy. All right. No trading is part of your risk strategy. All right. It's not always 1%, 2%. You know, it's not always, you know, I'm going to risk $20 to make 30. I'm going to risk 50. Sometimes no trading is also part of your risk system. I don't trade sometimes and I'm okay with that. All right. The other way, basically, and I've done this one, especially if you guys trade like pro firms, and, you know, I've used this method quite a lot, you know, pro firms. Like if you trade pro firms and what, right? It's called conservative risk. Whoa, why is this happening though? Okay, there we go. It's called conservative risk. What I mean by conservative risk, most of you guys probably have done that too, where you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna risk, let's say 0.5% of my account, which sometimes is not something that is a possibility. If you have like a $50 account, $100 account, $200 account, is something that's maybe sometimes not a possibility, right? Sometimes you say I'll risk 1%, all right? If you have 1,000, maybe that's something that's possible. Of course, you might be looking at the long-term aspect of things. And the times where I'll do like 0.2%, all right? Very conservative. And this keeps you in the game, to be honest, right? The return is not as massive as you'd want it, okay, in that period of time, but it's massive in the long run, because then you're trading long term. You're not trading like just short term, right? You're looking at the bigger picture of what is happening overall, right? Now, there's a third one that I also look at, which I know most of you guys do quite a lot, right? Which is basically, it's just you keeping your risk as everybody else does, right? Just normal risk. Okay, normal risk could mean you are risking, let's say 5% of your account. Let's say you're risking 5% of your account. Let's say you're risking, some people risk 2% too, right? Some people would risk like 2%. 2%, which I know it could be like sometimes the hardest thing to do, because then you're looking at the reward aspect of things. Like if I risk 2%, what kind of lot sizes am I using? What kind of like account size do I have also? But everything too, look at this. Everything too still comes down to one. Let me show you. It comes down to one, your capital, right? Why is this happening though? Yeah, one, your capital. Okay, which is basically capital, or I would say capital income, right? Because all of us still are in different income brackets, right? So capital income. Second is the setup, your setup quality, right? The quality of your setup, right? It also comes down to your risk approach, and based off whether you're going to make money in the long term, right? And also market conditions, right? Not every day is the trading day. That's why one of my risk approaches is no trading, because sometimes the market conditions aren't just as suitable as they should be. All right. Sometimes the market conditions just aren't as suitable as they should be. So then what do? You just don't trade. Market conditions not good, just don't trade, right? So these three things add up to the quality of your risk approach, right? Your capital, which is basically your income, how much you have in your account. Well, look, if you have, let's say $50, don't try to perform at the same level as somebody who has, let's say, $10,000. But the biggest problem most of us make is, instead of being conservative, because our account is not supposed to be, it's not supposed to be treated like it's a big account, because already maybe it's a small account or something. Let's check out gold, guys. Let's check out gold. Just give me a second. Let's look at gold. I'm giving you a lesson here, but I don't want to miss a setup here. No, I don't want to miss a setup. Let's check out gold. All right, give me a second. Gold is pushing down. Yeah, gold is pushing down. Yeah, so we're waiting here. I'm going to put an alert here as well. Maybe I'll put an alert like somewhere exactly here, so that I can get notified. I'm going to put another alert here. Yeah, kind of like trying to trade a breakout, right? Like what you guys refer to as breakout. Okay. Oh, I didn't subscribe to my Telegram. Okay, cool stuff. That's fine. I mean, my trading view rather. Fine, that's okay. So I'm going to put one alert here because it looks like price is going to downside. If it hits this level, maybe I'll get an alert. That's 41.19. Yeah, that should be okay. Maybe we could get a sell here if price breaks this level. Let's see. If price goes below here, we can get a sell here. Maybe we can put a stop somewhere here. Maybe we can put a TP or something like this. All right. I'm only expecting this to happen at least anytime before 11 a.m. If it happens after 11 but before 2 p.m., I might not be interested in taking this. All right. And I say that because of session closure. Another session will come to an end at 11, which is London session will come to an end at 11. And I'm not the type to want to trade in between sessions. If I do, the setup needs to be of high quality as well. Okay, it has to be of, like high quality. Like yesterday, look at this. So yesterday, we saw price here in London was ranging most of the time. But then we got a setup outside here. This kind of broke above London session high, which was around like 13, close to 14. By the time it was 14, which is like New York session, price was already higher. All right. But then into New York, prices end up reversing, until all the way in New York to the downside here. So let's see. Also, if you look at it this way, let me show you guys this. Oh, okay, there we go. If you look at it this way, you will notice that we have some kind of like a retracement. No, like a resistance level that's kind of acting like a resistance, which is if I put this what do you call this? We're gonna call this a trend line, right? If I put this trend line here, it looks like price has been failing to break here, so possibly that's also an extra factor. But I don't want my chart to be so crowded, so I'm gonna take out this. At least I know we have that there too, right? Yeah. So anyway, we have conservative, normal risk, and we have no trading. That's also part of your risk system. All right. Are you trading FOMC? Do we have FOMC today? Let me see. I didn't even check if we have FOMC. Let's see. I could pull this on the side. And then we have FOMC minutes. I don't think that's very important. It's not the federal fund rate. No, it's just minutes. I don't really think that's important. Yeah, there's really nothing so important this week. There's really nothing so extremely important this week. There is really nothing so extremely important. Yeah, we have an unemployment rate for Canadian dollar. nothing important. I don't trade CAD. We have existing home sales. I don't think that's really going to even pinch the markets. I don't think so. Yeah, so clean traffic in terms of economic data. So that FOMC minutes might not really be so much impactful on the markets. I don't think so. FOMC is on the 29th. All right. Okay. How can I join your platform? There's links everywhere. Can you explain market shifts? Over trading costed me a lot in the game. I see gold dropping in the 5 minutes. Yeah, it's dropping, but I don't think it's confirmed yet. We just need to wait there a little bit. Yeah, let's go back on the whiteboard, guys. Anyway, I explained this. These are 3 different types of my approach towards risk. Normal risk could be, of course, besides 5%, maybe the highest I would go, which some people deem as ridiculous. It's still normal risk, to be honest. Even if you're risking 10% of your account. Because imagine if you have, let's say, $100, right? Risking 2% sometimes could be way so less for the return that you're going to get. But risking a little bit extra, which could be 10%, if you have $100, risking 10% could be risking $10, which is still normal risk. Nobody should lie you. That's still normal risk. 5% is normal risk. 2% is, what is abnormal risk could be 20%, could be more than 15, could be more than 30%. That's literally abnormal risk. It's so abnormal. And you don't want to take risks like that, all right? So if you have like, let's say $500, you can't risk like more than like 15%. That's like a little bit abnormal, all right? Or we can deem that as a little bit high risk, all right? Now, let me show you, which is what I would say sometimes as not just high risk per se. I would say that it's basically aggressive risk, which is a different approach. Now, under aggressive risk is where you find a lot of scalpers, right? Because then a lot of scalpers would be looking for quick returns off very short movements. All right. So then it leads them to sometimes take, let's say, 20% abnormal risk. All right. 30% kind of like abnormal risk. 30% of the account, abnormal risk. All right. Sometimes you take, I've seen people do 50% of their account, sometimes abnormal risk. I've seen people also do 100%. And sometimes what would make it abnormal is when you use some kind of leverage like 1 to 2,000, you know, 1 to, there's some leverages like 1 to unlimited. All right. That makes it crazy because then the risk that you're having there is really so aggressive. All right. So these are different approaches that I always look out for personally as I'm trading. All right. The safest of them all I know is conservative. All right. This helps you build some kind of like, I would say, discipline. It also helps you build confidence in the long run. But there comes a time when you have built a very good system that guarantees you high quality setups that, you know, once in a while you could risk 20%, right? Imagine you've made maybe a whole month, you've made very consistent returns, right? Of you going about it like normal risk, all right? And one trade shows up and you know that this trade is a very good setup. It's a high probability, all right? Like it's a high quality setup. And probably you've seen the same thing happen over and over and over and over again. Well, it doesn't really cost you so much to risk a little bit extra, like 20%, all right? You grow your account from 500 to, let's say, 1,000, 1,002, 1,005. It won't cost you so much to risk a little bit extra when that time comes, to be honest. Like when you see this high quality setup, because everything is a mix up of capital, setup, market conditions. All right. And everything summarized to that, basically. But guys, I hope you took a lesson from this. I thought I'd just share this with you. I hope you appreciate it. If you get a screenshot of this, you could come up with whatever you want to come up. But these are like different styles of risk. Under no trade, that's also a type of risk, basically, according to how I trade. The days I don't trade personally, like the sessions I don't just trade. I just won't look at any trade at all. Basically because, well, markets just don't give me any setup. Right? And that's still trading, end of the day, right? Trading does not always mean you need to always be actively holding positions. It's not always the case, right? Guys, let me know in the chat, what other assets should I look out for? after all is said and done, what other assets should I look out for? Maybe I'll look at the last asset, and then we can monitor all these assets as price unfolds, right? Then if you want to take the same trades with me, check out the link in the bio if you're on TikTok. Check out the links in the description if you are on YouTube, right? Yeah, go check out those links. They're going to help you get into the platforms. It's still far off. This is a 1 hour time frame though. You look at 30, still far off as well, regardless. Yeah, I'll keep watching the 50 minutes time frame for now. I'll keep watching this. Again, if I get it set up here, I'll share it with the community, right? The community I'll share it with is the VIP community. I'd love that you guys get inside if you're not inside. We have currently about 500 people. 507 people. Look at this. 507. 507 people. Everybody inside here is copying my trades. If I win, they win too. If we lose together, basically. Yeah. What is the normal leverage? That's a good question. Bro, that's a very good question. Because I see a lot of people have it mixed up. It's also not... It's also... I would say it's kind of like subjective, right? In a sense. If I also share my whiteboard all over again, it's kind of like a little bit subjective. Because after all is said and done, I see a lot of people, they use different leverage measures, right? Some guys would use 1 to unlimited, which is kind of like a little bit on the aggressive side, if I'm really being honest with you, right? It's a little bit on the much more aggressive side of things. But the best, I would say a normal leverage would be anything less than 1 to 500. Okay, I'd recommend 1 to 5, 1 to 2. It won't give you so much allowance if you have a small account to open positions. Like if you've got like $100 account, it won't give you so much allowance to add positions, to open multiple, but it's gonna protect you a lot from losing your account unnecessarily, right? Because if you use high leverage, you have more allowance to open positions. If you are aggressive, cool. And if you have a very good working strategy, cool. If you can spot high quality setups, cool. But if you can't do that, I don't think it's worth it. I don't really think it's worth it. So you're better off starting off conservative, maybe going on all the way to normal risk. Then once in a while, you can involve your aggressive risk. I do that quite a lot. I involve my aggressive risk once in a while here and there. You know, sometimes it works. Sometimes it eats a huge chunk of my account. And I'll be like, wow, I wish I didn't risk 20%. I wish I didn't risk 30%. Right? But it's a rule of the game. Some days you need to go a little bit extra to make that extra money. All right? You need to go a little bit extra. You can't always cage yourself up. All right? Because if you consistently do that, you might always make the same amount of money that you always make, which could be good, could not be good. Yeah, gold is coming down here, right? If you want to get the same setups, guys, I said join the VIP. Links in the description. If you have an Access account, you get that service absolutely for free. How was the yellow shade analysis determined? Cool stuff. That's a good question too. I look at the left side, base off price action. Look at this. Where possible, if I take out my stations here, and if I do take out these for now as well, and then we do something like let's say we change the chart to a line chart, right? I normally look at an area that has the most activity, right? So you see this level, okay? If I put a line here, or if I bring back my analysis there, okay, look at the yellow spot. There's lots of activity. That activity, the turns, right? There's frequent turns. Look at this. The turn there, there's a turn there, right? There's lots of turns around here. So that qualifies to be an area of interest according to how I trade. So yeah, man. So there's nothing crazy. Really nothing crazy. Very simple strategy. Very, very simple strategy. Very, very simple strategy. What kind of risk were you using on a $500 to $5,000 account? So that's a good question too, because you guys saw me grow 500 to 5,000 with a couple of guys as well that tagged along. I'll bring back another challenge very soon. All right. So if you're to ask in terms of the risk approach, I use two. All right. I started off with a normal risk system, not conservative, because then it was a challenge. We're trying to get completing the challenge in a month or so. All right. So going about it all conservative wasn't going to do us justice. Risking 1%, 2%, you know, risking 0.20, 0.5% wasn't going to do us justice. Right? We're going to be making peanuts. It was going to take a long time for us to hit the target. All right. It's going to take a long time. And sometimes, you know, it's not like fast money is the chess, right? It's not like you're chasing fast money, right? You have a skill that you know based off probability, your win rate is, let's say, 80%. Why not put it to use with a best risk style? All right. So I was going about it firstly with a normal risk system. All right. And then I think as the account went halfway, like 2005, you notice that I quickly moved from 2,500 profit or equity to quickly 3,000, quickly 4,000, quickly 5,000. All right. Why? Because after normal risk, I involved a little bit of aggressive risk. Right. Some of you guys would not understand this because you weren't part of it. But let me show you a little bit. I think we still have that channel, baby. Let's see. Do we have it though? Yeah, because I opened like a channel for it, though it's not active anymore. Because then we hit the target for it. Where is this channel though? Bro, I can't see it. Show more. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Oh, I have lots of channels here. It appears I have lots of channels here. Okay, there we go. Found it. Yeah. Oh, it's loading actually. Let me show you guys actually this. Oh no. It's not popping up now. Why? Oh, okay, I need to move this out of the way. I need to bring this forward. Move up. Why? Move to the top. There we go. Oh, it worked. Perfect. So if you check out this, look at my risk here. I'm making around like 2,800 on a single trade. That's a little bit aggressive. But if you check out how we started the challenge, right? You realize that it wasn't this way. All right. Let me show you. Okay. Of course, I shared the risk approach and what. And we started the challenge all together at 500. All right. So you notice that, okay. Yeah, we moved from 500 to close out some profits here. I'm making like $130. I'm making like $63. That's normal risk, right? Normal risk system. Then I'm making like $300 normal risk, right? Just to grow the account, right? Just to grow the account. Because if you want to grow, you start off normal first. And then maybe as time goes by, if you're doing a challenge, then you could increase the risk a little bit. Yeah, then I'm doing like $200 there. Then the account is like 1,006. And then the account is like 1,009. Okay, the risk keeps increasing, moving from normal risk to a bit of aggressive risk, right? Yeah, but that's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Gold is selling, yeah, but it hasn't broken the level. It hasn't broken the level. Oh, it's almost breaking the level. Yeah, it's almost breaking the level. Let's get ready now here. I think so. Maybe we're gonna have fun here. Yeah, we're gonna have fun here. Let's see. If this candle closes, I'm gonna look for sales, guys. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, then I'm gonna sell immediately this candle closes. Yeah, let me update my signal, guys. But guys, we're gonna get a trade very soon. Yeah, because we trigger the level, but I need to wait for the candle to close. All right, I need to wait for the candle to close. If the candle hasn't closed, there's no confirmation. All right, I need to wait for this candle to close. Yeah. While I wait for the candle to close, let me do some focus here based on whether this plays out. I'm gonna put my stop somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. It's 113. Let's make it 100 and yeah, 120 points. Because I know the reward is good. This is the reward here all the way, but I'll keep the reward to somewhere here. If if we get a confirmation of an entry. We don't have yet, but if we do, yeah, it might be a good one. We'll see. Might be a good one. I'm waiting for the candle to close. I'm waiting for the candle to close. It's closing in a few minutes from now. I'm just gonna wait for the candle to close, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, we saw it yesterday. We got it wrong. Doesn't mean if we sell today, we'll get it wrong as well. It just depends on the setup. It looks like a good setup from what I see. But let's see. Let's see. It does look like a good setup from what I see. Let's go, guys. Let's share and like the stream if you want me to continue here. All right, or I'll end the stream and just go trade with the VIP platform. Let's like and share the stream. Why don't you enter now? Because the candle hasn't closed. I rely so much on candles closing. Let's look at the 5 minutes though. Yeah, if this candle closes, it will be closing outside this range. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, let's watch for now. Let's watch. Candle hasn't closed yet, so we just need to wait. Let's go, guys. Let's go. What is the stop? I'll let you know when I enter the trade. I haven't entered now, so I can't tell you the stop. Please explain how leverage margin swaps work and why most brokers only offer 1 to 1,000. Leverage is basically, it's like that extra tool that you need basically for you to probably just like access better lots. That's the simplest way I'm going to explain it, to be honest. That extra tool that you need to access better lots to, you know, open much better contracts than you would have if you were to open with your $20, your $100, your $1,000 and so on, right? Though people abuse it, right? They really do abuse it. Some people use 1 to unlimited, and 1 to unlimited means you don't know the leverage you're using. It's just unlimited. It can vary across different times. Right, could be good if you're a scalper, because then you're making use of the highest forms of risk. You're a bit aggressive when it comes down to risk, of course, but it also could be bad because, you know, leverage can work either for or against you. Speak about the lot sizes. Gold is now dropping. What positions would you advise on a $100 account? First, start off with maybe like 0.01. See if your account is growing. Just go about it normal risk. One position, 0.02, one position, cool. Right? Yeah, that works. That works. That sorts it out. I need to have a haircut today. Need to go have a haircut or something. I can't see. You can't see my screen? No, my screen is there. Just reload your page. Let's like and share, guys. Let's go. Let's like and share. We're almost getting a trade here. In 5 minutes, we could get a trade. How many accounts do you have on TikTok? This one. The other ones, they'll never go live and it won't show me. So if that account does not show that it's me on the live, it's not me. I only have one TikTok account. The rest is just a bunch of scammers. What is your usual watch list? I've got gold, top priority, Nasdaq, top priority, BTC, top priority. I watch these 3 assets most of the time. We might get a trade right here. We might get a trade right here. Candle closes very soon. We might get a trade right here. And I might put my stop at 4130. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Risky business. Yeah, there's nothing that's not risky, bro. Everything is risky. Everything is risky. There's nothing that's not risky. And if you're scared of risk, you're not ready to win. You're not ready for that success that comes with a little bit of risk. Yeah, it only sometimes takes that one aggressive risk setup. That's a quality setup, and it plays out, and then boom, your account is moving from 1,000 quickly to 2,000, and you're wondering like, whoa, is this how you always trade? No, bro, that's not always how I trade. Maybe I've been building my account from 200 to 1,000, and then I realized most of the setups I take are similar, and I see this one specific setup this moment, and I decide to risk a little bit extra, like an extra 50%, an extra, I wouldn't recommend 50 though, an extra 40, an extra 30, an extra 20%. Then boom, it plays out, you know. Yeah. We might be getting a trade here, man. We might be getting a trade. Let's see. We might be getting a trade. Oh. Yeah, why is price moving away from my entry though? Let's wait for the candle to close, regardless. We're gonna wait for it to close. Don't end the stream. Why aren't you liking and sharing the stream though? If you don't want me to end it, like and share. Because I've already done an hour, 18 minutes. Normally I'm here for an hour. So any minute from now, I might end the stream. But give me a reason, guys. Give me a reason. Let's like and share the stream to be here. 2 minutes to candle close. Yes. 2 minutes to the candle close. This is how I trade every single time. Being poor is risky too. Exactly. And that risk is not worth it. Is your stop loss based entirely on your account size or area of interest? Mostly area of interest. Account size is just you reducing the lot. Yeah, and understanding what's the percentage of risk you're incurring on any trade that you take. The problem is most of you guys don't even know that. Like most of you guys don't know. If I asked you how much percent of risk are you incurring on this trade that you're taking, you don't even know. You can lose 3 trades and blow your account. Some of you guys can lose 1 trade and blow your account. 1 trade and blow your account. That's not sustainable. It baffles me how you trade. If you can take 1 trade and risk and lose your whole account, it baffles me. It really baffles me. Like, how do you trade to take 1 trade and lose your account? Guys, I'm getting into this trade now. Yes, I am getting into this trade now. All right. I send the trade to my platform and then I get in the trade. I normally start off with, let's say, a few positions. Yeah, I start off with a few positions. And then as the trade picks up, I try to see if I can scale in or something. But also it comes down to my account size as well. But I enter the sell here and I send the trade to my platforms as well. We could get it wrong. Yes, we could get it wrong. It's also part of trading. And I'm not one guy that's scared of getting it wrong. At least I've showed you this a couple of times, right? That I'm not scared of getting it wrong. If I'm scared of getting it wrong, I'm not ready to get it right. So if you are scared of getting it wrong, you are not ready to get it right. And that's why it's very difficult for you to get it right, because you're scared of getting it wrong. Maybe the day you stop worrying, or the day you stop getting scared of getting it wrong, is the day you will start making consistent returns. All right. Yeah. Let's go. I've gone sometimes like 2 weeks losing. That's the highest I think I've gone the last 3 years. 2 weeks consistently losing back-to-back trades. I was never scared of taking trades after that. Yeah, it is what it is. 1 trade and blow the whole account. People do that. A lot of people. And you see this trade I sent here? I shared it with my VIP too. There's some guy in the VIP. If this trade goes wrong, he's going to blow his account. And it's going to be like, oh no, you know, I lost my account in 1 trade. Bro, how the hell do you risk? It's only 120 points. at the expense of making 300 points. But how the hell do you risk? Because you should take into accountability your account size first before even risking. What is your account size? All right. So you can rant all you can. People do whatever they want to do. I was a victim. Yeah, at least now you learned your lesson. I hope you didn't learn the hard way. So you can be dropped anywhere in the world, and all you need is a device and to trade on internet. Yes. Anywhere in the world, fund my account with $100 and give me internet and a device. Maybe I'll make some money. Maybe I might blow the account too. Yeah. I was thinking of doing something really crazy, but I just need time to do it. You know what I was thinking of doing? I've seen somebody do this anyway before, but some time back. I don't think I've seen a lot of people do it because it's kind of like a little bit spicy. Okay. You know what I was thinking of doing? You guys tell me if this is a good idea. If you guys would want me to do this. When I get time though, I need a lot of time on my hands to do it. Yeah. Could be soon actually. Could be very soon. You know what I was thinking of doing? Do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to know what I was thinking of doing? Drop a fire emoji if you want to know. No, not a challenge. I've done that stuff a couple. I've done 100 to 1,000. I've done 500 to 5,000. Soon I'll be doing another $100 to 1,000 with some of you guys. Okay, but what I want to do this time is crazy. I wanna go on an adventure, right? I wanna go on an adventure, and I'm not gonna use my car. All right, I'm gonna rent out a car, rather hire out a car. Not rent out. Rent out is the opposite. I'm gonna hire out a car. That's trading profits, guys. Right? It's trading profits. No doubt about that. Correct? Yeah, that's trading profits. Let's update the VIP platform. You guys can join that platform to copy all my trades exactly as what you're seeing me doing right now. All right. In real time, you can join the platform and then copy all my trades. Let me show you. Everybody else is doing that right now. Okay. Everybody else is doing that right now. Everybody else. Maybe you're just not the only person. You're the only person not doing that, rather. So everybody else is copying my trades right now. Look at that. That's a sell we took. All right. And I've got people who are copying that exact same trade, all for free, because they have excellent accounts, and it's much easy for them to just get inside. All right. Yeah. So if you want that too, you can join in. Anyway, there are times I'm not live here, no trading like this, and then people copying my trades every single time. All right, which is okay. You could win with me or you could lose with me as well. Cool. So guys, I was still saying something, right? I wanna hire a car, and I don't know how much they charge. How much do they charge to hire like a very small car? Let's say like a small Vitz. If you guys are in Lusaka, how much do they charge to hire like a small Vitz? Let's say like a Vitz or like a Honda Fit, because I see those two cars are like very famous in Zambia. How much do they charge, guys? Let me know in the chat. How much do you guys think they charge? How much do they charge per day? Like going out of town, not in town, out of town. Okay, someone says 500, 2,000. I don't think they'll charge 2,000, bro. I don't think they'll charge 2,000. 600, 900, 800. Yeah, I think they charge like 800, or let's say they charge below 1,000, right? So let's say they charge below 1,000. Below 1,000 kwacha. Nobody has done this. Okay, there's one person I know who's done this. Let me not say nobody. There's one person I've seen do this, but it's kind of like spicy, right? Look at this. This is $54 for the car. All right, so $54 for the car. Let's say 54. Let's say 54. Bro, I want to write something here. What's happening? Okay, let's say $54 per day. That's $54 per day for the car. All right. I'm just taking note of these stats because I'll need them. So $54. Look at this. 54. Okay, you guys can see. $54 per day. And how much do you think a person would need as food, let's say in Kwacha, guys, in Kwacha, food for 2 people a day, how much do you guys think on average you'd need? Let's say breakfast, lunch, and supper. How much you guys think you need in Kwacha? How much you guys think a person, 2 people would need for food? How much you guys think 2 people would need to spend on food for a day? 2,000 Kwacha, bro. What kind of food are you eating, bro? Because Hungry Lion is like 45, 59 Kwacha or something, bro. You don't need a. You guys are giving unrealistic. Do you guys spend 2,000 on food every day? No, bro. You guys are lying. You guys don't spend that much on food every day. Come on, you don't spend that much on food. Are you going to a fancy restaurant? No, let's just make it realistic. Let's make it realistic. Let's make it realistic. Depends, but 500, 1,000. Okay. Some of you guys saying 2,000. Nah, guys, I don't think that's so unrealistic. 650, 900. In a household or while traveling, just while you're moving, maybe while you're moving, or even if you are in a household, how much do you spend for 2 people on food? Even while you're just in a household or something. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for let's go for like maybe 500 Kwacha, right? Okay, let's just make it 20k. Is that 20 Kwacha or 20,000? Okay, let's run it off to, let's say 650 Kwacha, all right? Which we're gonna say is roughly $35, okay? Let's say roughly $35, all right? Okay, let me write this here actually, so that you guys can see what I'm trying to come up with. All right, so let's say $54 daily, all right, which is car, all right? Oh man, the trade is back to the entry. Yeah, markets being markets. I haven't increased my risk yet. I'm waiting to see if the candle currently can close bearish as well, but it's not. What do? We hold, right? I think so. Yeah. So trading is a game of patience. Trading is an absolute game of patience. Okay, so let's say $54 daily on a car, and then let's say 30 what? Let's say 35. Let's say 35. Yeah, let's say $35 on food, right? That's like if the worst comes to the worst, at least you can leave off $35 as 2 people on food in a single day. You can buy like some fast food or something like that. It's not the healthiest things to do, of course, but the worst of things that comes, right? Yeah, I'm holding the trade, guys. Don't ask me if I'm holding or whatever. I took a sell. I'm holding. My stop is at 41.30. All right, and I'm projecting the price can come down here. All right, this could happen long term. Might not happen as well, but just keep your risk in check. These are markets. 2 things can happen: win or lose, right? So just make sure you're taking note of that. Anyway, what's the other thing? Okay, fine. So let's say if you're traveling, definitely the other thing that you would need is like where to stay, right? It's like where you're gonna house yourself and stuff, right? But if the worst comes to the worst, maybe you're gonna, okay, someone says gas. Yeah, let's prioritize gas. How much gas do you guys think a person needs to move from, let's say here to, I'll give an example, Livingston, or I'll give an example, what's the furthest place in Zambia? I don't want to do anything outside yet. Let's say Siavonga, right? Let's say Siavonga. Yeah, I know accommodation, and then let's talk of gas, because after hiring the car, you need gas in the car, right? So I think you need roughly maybe like 100 feet of this. Let's say the furthest let's say you need maybe like 1,500 kwacha. Realistically, I think, to run from one point LSK to, let's say, Livingston. I think you might need like 1,500. 1,500 is not daily per se, but if we run it off, if we say daily, the fact that maybe you're moving, we can say roughly $75 or roughly $60, all right? But we'll put it at $75, right? Let's put it 75. $75 gas, which is just average, all right? It's average because it's not like you need that daily, right? Depends on what you're doing, depends on where you're going, all right? And then besides gas, of course, you need accommodation, right? So how much do you think you need for 2 people accommodation? I think nothing more than $2K, which is $100. Yeah, to be honest, nothing more than $100. You could book a nice guest house or nice lodging facility with $100, right? Per day, right? Accommodation. Yeah, there we go. Do you guys think these are the only things you need if you were to have a living and you're moving around? I do think so. Personally, I think these are the only things that you might need. Oh man, the trade is in drawdown right now. Yeah. Oh, oops. I don't close here. I hold here. Yeah, I just stick to my rules here, because my stop is 41.30. Yeah, I don't close here. I just hold. Trusting the plan, they say. I don't know how long we'll need to trust the plan, but let's see, bro. Let's see. July is coming with some hit. What else do you think you need? You need a power bank. How about you charging the car, though? How about you charging the car? Okay, fine. Let's include that. This person says we need a power bank. You can get a power bank for what? How much? How much do you think you can get a power bank for? You can get a good power bank, maybe 4,000 kwacha, right? 54, let's say $50 power bank. All right. What else do you need? What else do you need? You need a side piece. No, you don't need that, bro. That's gonna be more of an expense. I have my wife already, so if I need a side piece, she's gonna be the side piece. Maybe 2,000 including toll gates. Toll gates won't go that high though. Okay, let's include that. How many toll gates on Lusaka Livingston? You have approximately 3 to 4 toll gates, if I'm right. I don't think you spend anything more than what? More than $20 on that, to be honest. I don't think you will spend more than that. Okay, let's say this is toll fees, right? Cool stuff. You guys are making me realize a couple of things here. Toll fees. What else do you guys think? It's a pullback side. Yeah, we just hold the trade. What do you think the market is doing? I don't know, man. Let's just wait. I think this is mostly what you need. Fuel, yeah, we covered that, which is gas. What else did we leave out? Yeah, you guys let me know. If you are traveling out to sustain yourself, what else do you need? Toll fees will be less than 25. Yeah, I'll put it at $20, which is okay. Side piece is crazy. Yeah, side piece on a household is crazy. Power bank, 250. Now we say we're just gonna go for maybe like you need the Hilux. No, we don't want anything crazy. We just want like a very small car. So we don't really make this unrealistic. We want to make it very realistic. Someone says, I think that's all. Pocket money just for emergencies. Okay, good thought. Pocket money. How much can be pocket money? Let's add an extra $100 realistically. Okay, extra $100. Contingency, right? This person calls it pocket money. Bro, we're losing on this trade with Jordan right now. Wow. Crazy, right? Oh, wow. I entered 2 positions. I'm running negative $800 now. Wow. Let's see anyway. I'll hold the position and then see. I hope nothing changes anyway. I mean, I hope something changes based off the volume here. I hate these trades where you take a position and you go profits slightly, then you quickly go draw down. Maybe you come back and then you go that and then maybe that. They're quite stressful, to be honest. Quite very stressful. But let's see. Maybe this might not be that stressful. We'll see. This is roughly about how many points drawdown? Sucks, to be honest. 49 points drawdown. Now it's 60 points. Wow. Money for convenience. Pocket money is just for emergency. Yeah, we already added that. We already added that. I don't think toll fees will be anything more than Ratsa, $100. No, bro, we're not paying Ratsa. We're driving safe. We are not cruising. We're just moving. All right. So let's add up all this anyway. Let's see. How much is this? If you add up all this, $54. We're covering this for 1 day. All right. Everything here is subjective to just a single day. All right. So $100, $50, $20. Bro, that's a massive drawdown right there. Crazy. The trade is failing, guys. Don't over risk. Trade is failing right now. Don't add positions to a losing trade. It's failing. Just let it fail. Don't add positions to it. We need roughly, look at this, $434, which is roughly $500. $500. Okay. We're going to say roughly, if you run it up, we'll say roughly total. We'll say total is $500. Right? $500. Cool stuff. So this is how much we need to move from point A to point B. But what I want to do is this, guys. I want to put aside $1,000 and fund $500 in my Exness account, while for the start of everything, have $500 in check to cover the first day, and then see if I can earn a living in a total different town while trading that $500 with another person with me. But what I'll do is, listen to this, guys. You guys are hearing this for the first time. We planned this for some time. You guys are hearing this for the first time. What I'll do is I'll pick one person from you guys that will go with me. Did you guys hear that? I'll pick one person from my community, from this audience, that will go with me. So what happens is that person who have $250 in their account, and I will have $250 in my account, which is $500. All right. And then we'll have $500 to start this trip. And then we'll pick a town that we want to go to and see how long we can sustain ourselves in that specific town while trading. We'll start the trip on a Monday, meaning it's an active trading day on a Monday. Of course, we can start a trip on a weekend because we know BTC is open. We can trade over the weekend. And we'll see if we can sustain ourselves. How does that sound? How does that sound? And then we're gonna document everything. We're gonna put everything on camera. We're gonna be going live with you guys, showing you what we are doing and what we are up to from one point to the next point. From the first day we hire out the car, to putting the fuel in the car, to buying maybe, let's say, food for that day, to traveling. Maybe the other thing we forgot. You guys didn't calculate this nicely, guys. I've just realized the other thing we forgot. We might need a Starlink. But that adds up the expense, though. We might need a Starlink. This is optional, though, but we might need a Starlink so we can have fast internet. But we might need a Starlink. We might really need a Starlink. I have one already that I can move with, but we might need a Starlink. Let's take out the Starlink. Maybe we say, no, we might need a Starlink. Yeah, we might need. I think $300 is good. We might need a Starlink. Yeah, we could get a Starlink for that much. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. We could get a Starlink for that much. Yeah, we could get a Starlink for that much. Any of you guys selling Starlink? We could get a Starlink because we need high fast internet, very, very fast. Yeah, nobody's doing this. Someone says nobody's doing this. This is crazy. I told you it's spicy. It's very spicy, but I'm creating time very soon for that too. I'm creating time. We want to see if we could earn a living or how long it would take us before we blow the account with that extra person. If I blow my account, well and good, because I know the other person's account is still there. That's a good part, right? If I blow my account, if he blows his account, if we both blow our accounts, that's crazy. Because now we are stranded. And we're going to call you guys for help. I hope you don't carry any extra money. The bill will be now $800. I didn't want the bill to be so unrealistic. I didn't want it to be... I didn't want it to be so unrealistic. Yeah, because I know it could be like 800, yes. But let's say Starlink is going to be optional. I don't want it to be optional because I know how hard network can get if you're moving, right? And we'll be monitoring trades. We'll be streaming. So while we're streaming, we want a very fast internet. Now, let's not make it optional. We need Starlink. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get a Starlink. Yeah. So that means it's $800 plus. Don't forget, because we have to fund our accounts as well. All right, we have to fund our accounts. So that's $800 plus $500, which is funding. Okay, funding split into two. So one of you guys, I deposit $250 in their Exness. All right, and I deposit $250 in mine as well. Okay, so they take trades, I take trades. They might not be the same trades, but if we agree on the trades, we both take the same trades. All right, and then we document everything. So I think in total we might need how much, guys? How much in total? That should be $1,300. That's what we need. $1,300 is what we need. Is what we need. This is coming up very soon, guys. Get ready for something like this. I'll tell you what criteria I'll use to pick that one person. It could be, of course, it won't be a lady. I'm so sorry, guys. It can't be a lady. It can't just be a lady. It can't be a lady. I know you understand. It just can't be a lady. It just can't be a lady. It's just gonna be a guy. It just can't be a lady. My wife is watching this right now. My wife watches all my streams. I know right now she's watching and she's just like, I want to hear what you say. It just can't be a lady. It can't be a lady. All right? Why not a lady? You know, it just can't be a lady. All right? Because the thing is this, right? We are securing accommodation for maybe we'll split accommodation in the same room with this person. All right? And we have to sleep in the same cottage or whatever the case might be. All right? So if we were not to, we might need to increase the accommodation, but I don't want it to be extreme. I don't want it to be extreme. I want this to be very normal, like something normal to start with. All right? Cool stuff. So you guys know, just can't be a lady now. We'll figure out something different for ladies. You guys laughing in the chat. Yeah, nobody's doing something like this. Please pick me. Now I'll tell you what system or criteria we're gonna use to pick. But I'm coming up with that. I've been working on that with my team. And I need to make sure everything is put together, especially the fact that we'll need a car. That also means if we don't make money for that day, our car guy back home starts calling us asking, why aren't you paying? And that means we're doomed. That also means if we don't make money for that day, because look, I think on average, we might need to make, this is pocket money. No, we substitute pocket money. On average, we don't need to make toll fees. No, we don't need to make toll fees. On average, we need to make 70 plus 35 plus $54. We need food, gas, and paying for the car on average. We don't need anything more than that. We paid for Starlink. We have pocket money. Cool. We don't need more pocket money. Unless we make more, we need that. We don't need to pay for toll gates. We don't buy another power bank. We have one already, which is good. So on average, we need to make roughly $200. On average, we need to make roughly $200. So if we make 300, maybe we could do like an activity. Maybe we go like boat cruise, or maybe we do like we go walk with the lions, or we do something crazy if we make a little bit extra. Are you guys in for this? Are you guys in? Who's in? I'll tell you guys when, and it's very soon. I'll tell you guys when we're going to do that. If we don't make money for accommodation, it means we have to spend a night in the car. But also that means we need to figure out how we could make money to pay the car, right? To pay for the car rather. Like, of course, we're hiring the car. So we have to pay the person who's hired the car out to us. And we'll be in touch with the person, and you guys will get to experience how chaotic this can be. All right? We'll tell the person what we're doing. Look, we're going on a trip. Allow us to pay you for 1 day. I don't know who's going to accept that anyway. If you guys are running anything like car dealership, reach out. Okay. That could be a business for you. We promote your company as well. All right. And probably we pay you, of course. We pay you for a day. And then, just allow us to pay you for 1 day, not 2 days. Just allow us to pay you for 1 day, and we'll be in touch with you. If things go south, you're free to hit us up and be like, guys, what's going on? I need my car back. That's going to be interesting. Who's in, guys? Drop a fire emoji if you're in on this. I think it's going to be very interesting. I've only seen one person do this. I've seen only one person add alcohol on the list. How are we going to trade if we're drinking alcohol, though? Because that means maybe we'll drink alcohol if we make extra money and, we're just chilling and relaxing. But we can't add alcohol from the beginning. No, we can't do that. We just can't add alcohol from the beginning. It's not going to make sense. 1,500, it will be good. In your account, you put 350 each. No, bro, we want to put 250 each in our accounts. Yeah. I'll pick one person. I'm not going to pick somebody who I know, because it's easy to manipulate things like that. If maybe you guys will think, no, because this person is a brother, it's a sister, whatever. Maybe they're assisting. No. I'll pick a person who you guys don't know. And this person is part of the community. I think Alex G has done something like that. Something, not exactly this. He's done something like bringing a person to stay with him, and then they trade with that person. This thing is not bringing a person to stay with me. This is me traveling with this person, maybe from one town to the next town, and seeing if we can sustain our lifestyle from the trading and how long we can do that for. Yeah. It's sad that the trade we have running now is a drawdown, all right? But I hope you guys are in on what I just disclosed here. I might end the stream very soon. Let's see if we hit a stop. We might be hitting the stop here, guys. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, crazy market conditions. Yeah. So we'll have days like this and we lose money. And then I don't know what will happen when we lose money. I just don't know what's going to happen. It means we have to sleep with the lions. Yeah. Do you guys think we should close or hold this position? I do think we're going for the stop, looking at how candles are closing. Because look, now we're back in this range. Yeah, now we're back in this range. It looks like we're going for the stop. Yeah, it does look like it. Crazy, right? What advice you going to carry? PC or just phones? We'll carry phones and computer, right? We'll carry like we'll carry like a laptop or something. Yeah, but we can trade with our phones too. Iran just attacked US base. Really? Wow. Yeah, Iran just attacked US base. Could this be what's causing this whole hesitation? Yeah, if I hold, but look at the news, bro. Look at the news. You see the news now. It's not in our favor. 9 minutes ago. Look at this news here. Yeah, not a good start. Not a good start. Not a good start. That doesn't look good. But we'll have days like this too. Just like we've had days like this on the streams where we lose money. I think I'll hold for now and then let price do what it has to do. Yeah. We're already close to the stop. Because my stop is at 4130. That candle closed bullish. I mean, yeah, bullish already. Big bullish candle. We're back in the range. Yeah, I'm gonna hold for a bit. Camping and trading will be fun as well. Maybe like 4 to 6 people camping. That makes the whole group though. That makes the whole group, bro. Like the expense goes higher because now we're looking at food, and maybe for start we do one person. We'll do one person. I think just hold. Yeah, but it looks like it's bullish now. I lost my grocery money trading. As a student, only left with $10 now and $10 in for the week. Yeah, it's not. Just don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose. I think that's a lesson you should get from that. If it's money you can't afford to lose, just don't use it to trade. Please don't use it to trade. Now, it's not a crybaby. I think it's just he just made a bad decision, I think. We're bearish on the 30 minutes time frame. You might say so, but look, candles are closing against us. It's enough of a sign that price might go bullish. Did you mentor Ken Dollar? Yeah, I contributed highly to his career. Maybe if you asked him, and he probably would be the best person to answer that question. But he's been part of my courses. I think he was, I don't know, Master Torch, something like that. The idea would be great if you do twice a year, because that's impact on that person's life. It's not that person's life only, because I want to show this to you as well. Like we create content around it. We document. How I wish we could make a provision for videographer, like a guy move with us and is documenting everything. I think that would be better actually than us doing it by ourselves. But we'll see. Ken just does whatever you do. Oh yeah. Sometimes just get a blueprint. If it works, use it too. There's nothing wrong in doing that. You see a guy winning with something, copy exactly what he's doing and just win. The idea is to win. All right. Maybe we'll look for a camera person, like somebody who's gonna document everything, and then to make it spicy, right? Because it's gonna be hard for us to document everything as we do what we have to do. All right. But maybe we need to have some fun as well if we make money. If we don't make money, you know, the worst that could happen is the first day we trade, we don't make money. Maybe the other person blows their account, or I do. All right. Maybe we have a second chance because the other person has the other side, the other part of their account. All right. But the best thing that could happen too is if we could make money. Maybe we make a $50, 20, we make 30. Maybe I make 30, he makes 30, 60. We need about like $200. Maybe we take 2 trades. We make 60, $120, which is still good to cover a few expenses, and then we can sleep in the car. Maybe we can, you know, like cut down on certain expenses, and that should be good. Yeah, it sounds very fun. Yeah, sadly I said it before I could activate it. Hope nobody copies my idea, but it's not about that anyway. It's about getting it done. It's a few people who can get things like this done, but I'll get it done. Definitely, I'll get it done. I just need to clear my agendas, my schedules, and I'll get it done. I'm looking at September, like first week of September. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at first week of September when it's less because right now it's cold. It's very cold right now. It's gonna get windy in August. It's gonna get a little bit warm in September. So I'm looking at September, first or second week of September. That's what I'm looking at. And when I do that, I'll let you guys know prior to when I do it, because I need to like do a criteria process and I pick one person. You need to be part of my community, obviously. My Telegram channel. I'll pick a person from inside there. So you need to be part of my community. Hopefully it's gonna be you. Hopefully it's one of you guys here. Sadly, for the guys who are not in the country, you can only watch this. But it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. So what happens if we make more money? Someone says, what made you sell your Nissan 350Z? Time moves, bro. Like experiences that don't come with any attachments. Yeah, it comes a time when you just fed up with something and you just let it go. Yeah, just like I am letting go of my Mercedes that I've had for a long time. Could have sold this car a long time ago, to be honest, a long time. I just kept it because it was like one of my first babies. But I've grown past that. I've grown past all of those cars. Where I am now, I'm not trying to say that I need like a very humongous, pricey, flashy car, but I'm just grown past all of that. You grow in life. You move from this to that, to this to that, to this. You can't just maintain. Yeah. So let's just see what's gonna be next. So I've been working on a lot of things though, that don't have much to do with lifestyle. Of course, I live my life just normal way I do. Spend some time, visit places. Me and my wife are good at doing that. Like we live life. We live life. Like me and my wife, we live life to the fullest. Like we're planning on traveling, I think, anytime this month as well. Random as it might be, but we just do stuff like that. But also we're so good at investing. We're so good at ensuring that we have property secured, and then that our kids don't have to suffer because of our mistakes, right? And that's something we should learn from the old generation, right? I kind of feel like most of the old generation, there was no much allowance. Not everybody, of course. Some people had allowance for the next generation, the kids of kids and so on, right? But one thing that I never want my kids to my kids to ever suffer is my decisions, right? The consequence of my decision. So if I have what it takes, I'm better off securing a future for them, and than looking the part all the time, right? Like you don't need to always look flashy. Secure the future first. That's how life is. Secure a future. Ensure that you put your people in a good position, because when everything is said and done, it's about your people, right? Nobody cares about how you live your life on social media. You can post wherever, you can do whatever stuff you want to do. You could fly to whichever places, you could eat at the most expensive places, but how are your people living life? Where are your people living, right? Your kids, your mom, your dad, the closest people to you. What kind of quality of life do they have as well? So I think it's more about securing a base for those, and it doesn't stop, to be honest. And sometimes you can drown into it. Some of you guys can relate to this. Sometimes you can drown into it because you might assume every bit of what you get needs to be put into some investment. That's a no as well. That's a no. Someone says, see why I told you to hold? Yeah, I trusted you. But it didn't hit a stop, so yeah, we had no option but to hold. Now we're getting back to the entries. So let's see what happens anyway. It's rare when I get trades like this, but this is very stressful. I had trades that happen like this. I love trades that I make an entry and it's just smooth. But we can't take this away from the markets either. So it is what it is. Yeah. Like I was saying, guys, sometimes don't just seclude other things that you might demean. All right. You might think, well, this is not really significant. Let's say an example, like you having time to yourself, right? Like going to places. You made money, you made like $1,000, you made like 2,000, 10,000, fly to a place, go there, spend a few days. The whole world doesn't need to know sometimes, right? Fly there, enjoy times, live your life. It might not be flying to places. It might be buying certain things, buy yourself a nice phone. Now you're profitable, right? Get yourself a nice iPhone 17. Get yourself a nice laptop. Get yourself nice clothing. Get yourself nice experiences, right? For lack of a better word, get yourself nice experiences, right? It's not all money is investment money as well. There should be a thin line, right? What I personally do from 100% of what I make. My son is knocking now. He's knocking. Mom is stopping him from coming in. Yeah. Oh, you want a battery? Okay. He's got a toy, so he gave me a battery that I'm charging. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Welcome, Jenny. Where's the battery? There we go. Great. So he's got this car that I need to fix a battery in, guys. Just give me a second. What? Wait, don't press it yet. Okay. Kid is on holiday, so it's quite a mess around here. I'm not talking to you though, I'm talking to the stream. There he goes. Working now. What do you say? You're welcome. Bye-bye. Alrighty, guys, I'll be ending the stream soon. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'll end the stream very soon, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know anybody who's streaming for 2 hours. I did anyway. I do sometimes. I'm holding this trade with the VIP. I think everybody else should be holding the trade because they all rely on the updates. If I'm closing the position, I tell them. If we hit a stop, I tell them. Basically, so I'm still holding the position, and hopefully we had a blast. Thanks for joining, guys. It was fun having you guys. I most likely might come back maybe during New York or maybe next London again tomorrow. All right. I think we had a beautiful stream. I think it was a good one. I think it was a good one. Yeah, despite the trade that's still fluctuating, but I think if you have an Exness account, be it's registered a long time, be it if you want to open a new one, and you want to choose Exness for your broker, I have something for you. You could join my VIP for free because you have an Exness account. All right. So if any of you guys has an Exness account, reach out to me. Check the links in the description to this video. If you're on YouTube, check the links to this video. Click there somewhere that says access VIP. Let me see if I can get that here for you guys and show you what I mean. Okay, before I leave the stream. Let me just see. Just give me a second. Are you still holding the trade? Yeah, I'm still holding the trade. Although it's filthy, but I'm still holding the trade. I'm still holding the trade. Am I able to share this though? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm able to share it now. Okay, there we go. Bang! There we go. This is my current YouTube page, right? Where most of you guys are. All right, so this is the stream we have running right now. Okay, so if you click the stream, all right, this is the stream that we're on right now. If you scroll down, you will realize that if you click here, all right, you click here, it says follow these steps. I don't even know why. Just give me a second. Why this guy's doing this to my stream? But there's links right in the stream right there. Okay. So you don't get to miss out on all the trades I'm taking. If I'm trading, actually, sometimes I don't trade, but I trade most of the time at least. So if you want to get access to that, I think you might want to check out the links in my description to this stream on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, you could check the links in my bio. All right. Okay, I think this should be fixed. Where is it now? Okay, so let me just reload there. Okay, there we go. So there's this that says follow these steps to trade with me. All right. Yeah, the steps right here on the bottom side. It says how to join VIP channel. So if you click here, you'll be directed to my bot. All right. You'll be directed to my bot. Now from there's prompts that you can follow. Everything is easy, to be honest. You don't need too much. All right. If you want to get access to my courses, there's a link here too. If you want to open a new account, a new Access account, you could just click right there. All right. Then you open a very brand new Access account, so you could join my platforms if you want to, right? Otherwise, it's been a good stream, guys. Back in profits. No, it's not yet back. Is it? Let's see. Is it back in profits though? Oh yes. Should we leave the stream or we continue? Bro, we're back in profits. Some guys come back to watch the stream and be like, oh, you lost on that trade. No, bro, we didn't lose. It sounds like you don't know how we do it here. All right? A losing trade is a trade that hits a stop. A trade that goes in drawdown is not yet losing because the positions are not closed yet. All right, so I think I'm back to my entry. Yes, back to the entry. You guys know this feeling, right? Where you've been holding positions. Yeah, we're back to the entry. Look, I'm back to my entry. Those are my positions right there. Yeah, let's see. Patience pays. Sometimes it pays. Sometimes it might. Sometimes it might not, rather. Thanks for the time and knowledge, Mr. Nas. Anytime, brother. Anytime. I always will come here. All day, every day. I always will come here. When I'm not here, I'm just living life a bit. Okay? When I'm not here, I'm just living life a bit. Yeah. This can get draining. You can't sit behind the charts every single time. Bro, this thing is one of the hardest things to do. Trading is one of the hardest things to do. You know? It's emotional. It's, you know, you need to make good decisions in the moment. There's money involved. It works so for me. I trade with people. I bring people with me that trade with me. So I just want to make sure I'm getting things right at least most of the time. So yeah. So if you want to get it right with me, anyway, join the VIP, guys. Join the VIP. It's free. You're not paying anything. You just need an Exness account. That's it. Reason is because that's the broker that I'm affiliated with, and it's pretty much a very good platform. All right. Aside my affiliation, it's a very good platform. You get your withdrawals on time. You deposit much easier, except their mobile money is down. I think they're fixing that from what I hear. But you have other payment options. You can use your card. You can use your Binance, which is a very good option, which has mobile money as well. So yeah, aside everything else, they have good spreads from what I've seen and from what I personally experienced. I've not seen any manipulation. They're one of the fastest growing platforms, if not the best and the biggest platform around the globe in terms of CFD provision and providing a platform that traders can trade off, right? So, I mean, it gives you a reason. If you're trading on other platforms, cool. And if you like it there. That's still fine, all right? But you can only join my VIP if you're trading on Exness. If you're trading on Exness. Watching from Kabwe, new follower. Thanks, Abel. Peace out to you. Nice to meet you again. Love the fact that you joined the stream. Guys, I'll leave the stream here. Enjoy. And let's look out for everything that we're building. There's a lot of things that I'm building behind the scenes. Let's look out for that. And everything has some value that is in stock for you. All right. I'm still holding this trade. Plus, I've been live for too long. I need to fix my life a bit from here. Okay. Fix a few things. And I'll see you in either New York or tomorrow again, London. Between the two, I'll see you on one of them. All right. Peace out. Enjoy. Trade safely. If you want to get updates on this current trade, please join the VIP. All right. Please join the VIP if you want to get updates